Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come today to do a picture in Colin Thompson's coloring book. Now I was inspired by Christine Aldridge, who is CL Aldridge on YouTube, and she was doing a picture in this on her live stream this morning, and I was just like, oh, I love watching that and watching the pictures come to life. And kind of went and got my book out while she was coloring and kind of flipped through it, and I've always loved this page. I'll try to get it in focus there for you. Okay, so it's a bunch of musical instruments, kind of like a building in the background, and the instruments kind of come up. We've got the wind instruments in the back that look like chimneys. More over on this side, one up here. We have the horn that comes down here, a violin on this side, electric guitar. Everything is sitting on top of a drum full of water. I love this page, and I thought I would get out my distress inks and kind of go for it. She was doing hers in watercolor, which, you know, is fine. I've done one in watercolor at the beginning of the book, and I wanted to see how my inks are going to work on this one, so I'm going to ink some up. This is water down here, so I'm going to do this in blue. My first choice is, of course, the broken china, but I don't know how light that's going to be. So we're just going to put that on the pad and then just kind of start in this little round corner. Why don't I turn on some lights? So sorry. And get that so you can see it just a little bit better. Oh, this one's harder to touch. Okay, I'm going to start down here in this corner because it's a curve. And I'm just going to ink that up and put that right over the gray that's in here. It's okay if I get it on anything else because it would be reflected of the water anyway. And I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to have fun with this picture. Now I don't want to go all the way up the stairs, so I'm going to kind of keep that line there, and we are a double page. So we have to go across the center of the picture. I have not put any more ink on this at all. I'm just using the ink that was on here. Okay. Now, I'd like to get that not so bright, so I'm going to pull in some stormy sky. I'm going to put a little ink on this side here. You'll notice it's a different color. We're going to go in where it's the darkest and add some of this. So dark around the boat. Bring it right out into the other color and mix them. Right up there. Right over here. Can you see both sides? I don't even know if you can see both sides. And maybe a little bit more in here, just so we have a variation of the blue. Okay, so we've got that. Our drum is probably going to be a brown color. Oh, I have a brown one over here. So I have a lot of browns out here. We have my go-tos, dusty or gathered twigs, vintage photo, and walnut. I'm going to put the lightest color in the rim here. So we're going to get out the gathered twigs, which is a nice light color. Try to get this centered a little better. Get it all over your fingers too. And I'm just going to go around the edge here. Just getting that little corner there of the pad with the ink. And we'll just go around. Go around over there too. There we go. Can leave the brackets alone because they all have to have different colors. This pad is not the best. We're going to go into the violin and put a base color on it. Okay, so we're going to go up this edge. I'm going to try to avoid the windows. So go to a window, draw a line across it, and then just bring your ink right up. Okay, we have the staircase. I want to bring some of that up. We got a little dude here carrying something. We don't want to catch him. And that's a light shining, and I want to keep it a light shining, so I'm going to make a line there. Okay, and we're just going to bring this ink going upward. Got a window there we want to go around. I'm not sure what that was that I just kind of covered up, but we'll try not to cover it too much. Window, and then just up here. Then on the other side, we have a wind instrument here used as a staircase. There we go. And then of course down here we want to put some of that color, not too much up by that light. Shadow under here. Okay. Now there's lines in here to make it look a little more metal. And what I'm going to do is take the vintage photo here. It's a redder color. Get it right on this part of the pad. So I'll have a line, and I'm going to use this part as my liner. So when I put it down, I'm going to just run that across the lines that are here. So when I ink it, I want to ink that portion, and I'm going to use this little piece that sticks out here as a fine liner, basically. I'm going to put it on the line and draw it down. So we have a line coming down there and a line going across. Okay, with a little line here. That one's going to be a little harder to get to. You have a line on this side, and you have a line in here. Get more ink on there. Find another line. Oh, you have a line down here. Just going to run that on there. Line that goes across this way. Line there. Okay, and it looks like we have a line running across here. All right. I think there's a line here somewhere. And then the bridge has got a little shadow that's going to come down that way. Now, that's a start. We're going to put a little walnut stain and do it the exact same way, getting that corner. We're going to darken that up a little bit. Just draw the line up, draw the line over. Then we're going to go up the little area here with a little bit of brown. Boom. All right. Gonna darken that line a little bit too if I can, both sides. Let's get our little light coming down. A little bit in the center here. Okay. It's looking pretty good. We're going to bring in a little yellow scattered straw using the same pad. And we're going to brighten up some of these areas here. So I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to turn it so I'm not on the dark part. I'm going to turn it so I'm on a lighter part. Same principle though. You're going to use this as your line. Put it down. Bring it across that corner. So you're twisting your wrist to turn the ink that comes down. Okay. Put it down, draw it around. It's okay if this one gets in the light because it's a yellow base. And what? The light's going to be yellow. The same on this side. Bring it up on the edges. And around this corner up here. Really got to see what that is though. Okay, it's just a pipe thing, like a chimney in that area. All right. There we go. Gonna put a little of that yellow into the veranda up here. Very lightly touching that. Get it darker on both sides. Light in the center. There we go. We also have a black. I know we have a black. I took out all my inks. There we go. Black soot. And we're going to darken this area here. And I need a stick for that. This will work. And we're just going to push that little tiny pad here into that. And then we're just going to draw it up on both sides here. Get it a little darker. And down here. We add that, and we're going to darken underneath the stair here. We're going to darken underneath the bridge where the wires come up, and I will have to do those wires with something else because we can't see our strings on this, but we're going to add in a shadow under and around things. And if we want, you can bring that line out even more with the black. Door there. Darkening up that little edge there. Okay. I'm going to have to let that dry because it will dry lighter than that. Now, let's see, like this little building here. We can do that in a brown too. We want it lighter than this guy, so we're just going to do it in gathered twigs. Same pad that I was using before. Running it on just the edge up here, so just this much is getting inked. See that doing that? We're going to use that edge to draw down this line, leaving these pieces white, and then go across. You're just dragging this lightly across the page. We want to miss this little guy's feet and his legs. A little shadow there. I'll do a little bit of those. Okay, now there's a little bit right in between these two white poles, and we're just going to run that right down the center. And right over here on the corner. Then we'll bring some of that up from the base, so touching the base here, and across. And we'll put a little on the door. There. Okay, now we're going to see this little tower here, which is part of that instrument. We're going to take that brown right up there too, to a point. And then over on this side, we're going to do this piece. And there's a building back here. And we'll get that done at the same time. Okay. Then since we got a little brown on here, we're just going to put some on there for a shadow. I'm not going to worry about that. And I got some on that flag, so we'll shadow him too. Okay. We have a bit going up on the stairs here, so we will put some of that brown there too. Just go up the stairs very gently. And then there is brick here. Here. So we add some. It's over here. One in the middle. This building. We do the little roof up here too, so I don't have a big mess there. Or just do that one too. And that one. Okay. Put a little shadow down on that side too. And we have something here like a harpsichord or something. Okay. Piano keys. Put a little brown in here too, because we're a horn, and I'm going to make it gold, or goldish. There. Anybody else who has a horn? So I put some there, so I have to put it on this one and this one. There we go. So far, that's what we got. All right. More ink. I have rusty hinge and spiced marmalade, and we're going to throw some of that in there. Get myself another stick. Should be in there. Where are you? Well, I'll just use the other side of this. It's blue, but it's not going to be blue. So this is the spiced marmalade first, and we're going to run that up the horn here. Okay. Then we're going to take a little bit of the rusty hinge, put it in the darker areas here. Okay, then we're going to get scattered straw. Should get a piece of paper or something here. Whoa, let's throw away around the stick. Take some of that ink off that's on here. And then we're going to go in with the yellow and add a little bit in there. Okay, then we're going to bring in a highlight. This is going to be an interesting one. Squeezed lemonade. This is a very bright color. I'm going to get all this color out of here. There we go. Yep, okay. So we're just going to bring that in here. There we go. Okay, I should have put brown up here too. Boom. It's like a drum set. All right. Guitar. We're going to do it red. So I have aged mahogany here. I'm going to use the same brown pad. What I'm doing here is just blending colors in and kind of hopefully they'll all kind of merge together. Going to use the same technique, just putting the ink on this corner here. This is going to be a darker color, so I'm going to go really light. Bring it up. We have a flag there I want to be careful of. We'll go down here. I want to keep this plate a different color. I don't want it red, so we're going to try to avoid that. We'll do the bricks that are here. The bricks that are up here, though. And the flag goes right about there. Line that up. And go up above. And then I have to get this little corner up here. Seems to be a door there and a person on a hammock. Just try to get it darker around there. There we go. That's good. Going to try the black out of here. Then darken this up a bit here. So there is a little black left in here, and it's just going to make that a darker color, which is what I wanted. So how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. I know I've gone out of bounds over there, but that's okay. It's not going to bother me any. As long as it doesn't bother you guys. This is going to be a kind of like, I want to do a silver, but who knows. I don't know if I have a silver ink, so we can try doing it in gray. We're going to do the handle up here in red too. I don't know if that's how these go, but I want it red, so it's going to be red. We're just going to bring a little of that red down the side, very lightly. And there's a little house up here. Okay, we're also going to take some of this and put it on the horn. Just on this side, here, and there. We're also going to bring some of it over to the violin. Kind of go around the edge. Right up the middle here. And down the bottom here. I don't know if you can see up here, but the knobs, throw a little red in there. There we go. All right. We're going to, might as well use everything, huh? Do I have one of these that are small? I don't know. One of these makeup brushes. We have these also. I'm going to take some orange, the spiced marmalade. I'm just going to ink up the portion at the top, just up here. So I'm going to put some of that in our guitar over here. And I want to be able to use that point to get it in there. Go up here. And we got some in the clouds, that's fine. There we go. And we're going to throw a little of that in our buildings too. Still just using that corner up here. We'll put some over here. Brighten those up. Okay. We're going to brighten up the stairs up here, just using that edge. Building going up. So at the base, pulling it up, just so you get a little brighter color in there. And over here. Okay. And then, well, let's see, what else can we do here? I've got some greens. I'd like to pull in some green. So peeled paint. I'm going to use the blue one. Just add in some green in here. After all, we're in the water. And we might get some algae there growing. So we're just going to add that in. Going up the sides here. Hopefully you can see all this. I'm trying to stay in focus here. We're going to add a little down here at the base of the violin too. And a little up on the stairs. Going up on the buildings. And we're going to put a little on the horn here too, just on the base. There we go. And we're going to put it on the guitar over here also. The tires. Gonna get a little of that. Or whatever they are. I'll get some in this little pipe here. Another little spinny thing over there. These stairs. And there's a horn in the water. And we'll throw some of this on the boat. Okay. And then I'm going to let this dry and we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to use a little pumice stone. It's kind of a gray-green color. And I don't think I have a pad for that, but I can use this green one. We'll take off the blue one. I should have a piece of paper here so I can test this. And I'll just bring out this. Because since my pad here does not have this color on it, so we're going to go, it is a gray-green, so, okay. All right, so then we are going to go over some of these darker areas just with that color. Just adding in a bit more depth. Okay. We're also going to bring it into the blue down here. We'll get a little on that ship, make it darker. Okay. Because our water is going to be all these tones. So where it's dark, we're going to get that, and we're also going to put that like on each side of these brackets. Yep, gonna get it down here. There we go. On that side. Okay, top of this here needs to be darker. Go around that window a little bit. All right. And then we're going to use that black again. Use the little sticky, and we're going to darken up in here. Because it's already black, but sometimes black in a coloring book just doesn't look as black as it should. So we're shadowing that. With the ink. Okay, shadow up here. In between those. Without touching the little guy taking a nap there. The guitar. Guy taking a nap there. I'm just going around the wheels here, or tubes, or whatever they may be. Okay. All of these up here need to have a little shadow on this side. And there's something going on here. So his shadow may not show up. Okay. You darken up just the top of those. And we're going to take this, ink it on there, knock some of that off, and we're going to give this a shadow or a gray coat. And I'm just very, very lightly touching the paper there. We want to darken up these things. And if you know about guitars, you'll know what those are called. I don't, so I don't know what they're called. Okay. What else can we do here? All right. Well, I'm going to call it, and then when we come back, we're going to go in with some pencil in here, give this a little bit more shading. We'll do a background's just going to be blue sky coming down to the blue water, which will work out nicely. So I'll see you guys in part 2. Hope you're enjoying. I hope it's not too boring for you, but I'm having a little fun. So I will see you in part 2. Take care, everyone. Bye now.